It's Sunday, May 3rd, 2026, and today's episode is brought to you by, well, by a bunch of AIs duct taped together into a podcast. If anything sounds too confident, just assume a robot is freelancing. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley. And yes, this entire show is generated and assembled automatically, which is hilarious because the topic today is literally AI finally remembers what you told it yesterday. Growth.
Exactly. Google's rolling out notebooks inside the Gemini app. The pitch is simple. Stop treating every chat like a first date. Notebooks are persistent project spaces where you keep your brief, your files, your brand voice, your half-finished drafts, and you come back to it later without re-explaining your entire life story.
Which is honestly the number one thing creators want. Not, write me a poem. More like, please stop forgetting the campaign name every time I blink.
Yup. And this pairs with Canvas, which is already in Gemini. Canvas is more like a document-style workspace where you draft and iterate instead of living in chat bubbles forever. So the combo is, Canvas is where you build, Notebooks is where your build actually lives over time.
Gemini is trying to become the tab you never close, which is either the dream or the beginning of digital hoarding.
Oh, it's both. Because here's the creator translation. This isn't Gemini got more creative, it's Gemini got less forgetful, which is arguably more valuable if you're shipping content weekly.
Okay, wait. Before we fully romanticize the idea of a forever tab, can we zoom out for a sec? Because the last week in AI has been everything is becoming a workflow machine.
Totally. Like OpenAI pushing GPT 5.5, which is all about finishing multi-step work instead of bailing halfway through. Less cool paragraph and more, here's the full pack formatted with checks.
And Adobe just did that connector thing with Claude, Claude can basically boss around Creative Cloud and Firefly. That's not even about a new model. It's about killing the annoying in-between steps. Resize, export, version, organize. The stuff that makes creators want to scream quietly into a pillow.
Right, and we also talked about Mirage AI's Alice OpenWeight's text-to-video, so there's this other trend. Teams that want control and privacy are going self-hosted. The big fight isn't just quality now, it's workflow gravity. Who becomes the place your projects live?
Exactly. Everyone's racing to be the home base, not the smartest chat, the stickiest workspace.
Which brings us back to notebooks. The big win is continuity. If you're doing repeatable work, recurring campaigns, weekly YouTube packaging, client account management, your AI setup tax is brutal. You keep re-uploading the same docs, re-pasting the same voice rules, re-explaining the product.
Groundhog Day, but instead of Bill Murray, it's you typing. Our tone is playful but not cringe for the 10th time.
Exactly. Notebooks is Google's attempt to make that pile of stuff usable inside Gemini. Brief, positioning notes, stakeholder feedback, channel variants. Real work is never one file, it's a whole messy ecosystem.
Okay, but here's my spicy question. How do we stop this from becoming the world's most expensive junk drawer? Because creators are going to toss everything in there like refreets, random PDFs, that one doc from legal, 3 memes, and a screenshot of a Slack thread.
Honestly, you need a notebook owner. Like a human, a real grown-up.
But who? Marketing? Product? Legal? Or the last person who touched it at 11:58 at night?
It's usually that last one. But the best answer is, one person owns structure, everyone contributes. Treat it like a living brief, not a dumping ground. I'd set it up with a simple front-page doc, what we're making, who it's for, what's approved, what's banned, and where the source of truth lives.
So you're saying, give the robot a clean room, not your entire garage.
Exactly. And a big reality check. Persistence isn't perfection. If Gemini stores context, it can also store mistakes. If you put a wrong claim in there once and never fix it, congrats. You just trained your assistant to confidently repeat it forever.
That's the failure mode that scares me. People start treating the notebook like gospel, like, it's in the notebook, so it must be true. And the notebook is like, I contain multitudes, including hallucinations.
Yep. So I'd add guardrails, a section called Approved Facts and Claims with dates, and a section called Do Not Say with examples. And then human review. Always.
Also, brand voice. How do you let it remember your voice without fossilizing you into the same beige content forever?
Great point. Because if your notebook says, we're witty and energetic, Gemini might translate that into the same safe LinkedIn laugh track every time.
Let's dive in. No. Jail.
The fix is to store not just rules but ranges. Like, here's our voice, here's what it sounds like when it's subtle, here's what it sounds like when it's unhinged, here's what it sounds like when we're serious. Give it a dial.
Wait, I love that. A vibe slider. Because sometimes you're making a hype TikTok and sometimes you're writing a landing page where compliance is in the room like a disappointed ant.
Now, the first non-obvious workflow where this matters more than model quality, for me, iterative campaign production. Like you're running the same product across multiple channels every week. You want the assistant to remember your template, your CTAs, your offer language, your formatting preferences, and your don't get us sued list.
Mine is video series planning. Like if I'm doing a recurring format, same intro, same segments, same outro, and different topic each episode, persistence is everything. The AI can keep the series Bible, the pacing notes, the thumbnail style rules, the hook patterns that performed, and the banned phrases I used too much last month.
That's huge. It turns AI from idea generator into production partner.
And this ties into what we said about workspace intelligence last week. Gemini pulling context across Docs, Drive, Gmail, Sheets. Notebooks feel like the intentional container for that. Like, hey Gemini, stop wandering the whole house. Live in this room with these files.
Now, a quick practicality note. Google rollouts can be chaotic. You might see notebooks on web before mobile, or it's on your account but not your teammates. That's just how Google ships.
The classic, it exists, but only for half your org experience. Love that for us.
So bottom line, Notebooks plus Canvas is Google telling creators, we want to be your durable workspace, not just a smart chat.
And the pragmatic take is, if you're a casual user, you might not care. But if you ship content at volume, or you're an agency juggling clients, this could cut the re-onboarding tax hard.
Just don't turn it into a junk drawer, don't treat it like a source of truth, and don't let it lock your brand into a personality you chose during a chaotic brainstorm at midnight.
Which is, sadly, when most brand voices are born.
All right, that's the show. Thanks for hanging with us on Blue Lightning Daily.
Go check out bluelightningtv.com for AI news and updates that actually help you ship.
Subscribe wherever you're listening, and if your AI starts confidently remembering something you never approved, congrats, you've got a persistent workspace with a persistent imagination.
Put it in the notebook under absolutely not. Catch you later.